Hey everybody, B-Ron here, and today we're just gonna have a talk. It's been a little bit of time, been about 2 months since last upload, I believe. I'll put that somewhere over here or over here, wherever the thing goes. One of the two places be here. But anyway, yeah, we need to have a talk. It's been a little bit of time, so for those of you who know, keeping up with the community tab, that kind of stuff, I've been on a break. You've noticed the absence of uploads. Well, I think we need to go over just why and where I am now and that kind of stuff. So I have some notes here in front of me to keep me on track, or else I'm going to ramble. So let's just kind of jump in, yeah? So reasons for needing the break. Let's start there. First of all, it was financial struggles. I was struggling financially at the time. And that led to a mental breakdown. Mental breakdown led to me having to make some tough choices. One of those being to put YouTube on the back burner for a bit while I figured some things out on my side. During that mental breakdown, that also really the most important thing in this whole thing, what that led to a loss of confidence in myself overall as a person. I felt like a failure was the biggest thing that I can remember throughout the whole process, was just me feeling like a failure in everything. And that was really difficult for me. I didn't like that feeling, obviously, but that was a big part of it. But also, I think a part of the whole thing too was just burnout in general. So when the new year started, most of you know that I was struggling with my consistency in getting content out to you guys in a timely fashion. And for me, as someone who prides themselves on consistency, it was very difficult for me to get anything going. The starting and stopping was very difficult for me. And that took its toll too. That also, I think, led to burnout. That was part of the reason for the burnout too. I realized, hey, I wasn't getting things out consistently enough in time, and maybe there was some underlying pressures there. So I need to take a step back and just get all of that sorted out. So that led to, what I did during the break. Obviously, it led into me getting back into therapy, because at that point in time, I wasn't in therapy, but I was able to get back into it maybe couple weeks after I had the mental breakdown. That was my trigger for me to say, hey, you need to get back in therapy, you need to get some help, and that kind of stuff. So we're back in it, we're working on it, that kind of stuff. We're gonna get better through there. And in addition to that, also working on other creative projects like SimWorld, which I will leave a link to the SimWorld stuff in the description box below, so you can check that out. Get more information on that if you want to join up in there and follow me through there as well. But I also just, really did things for myself. I played other games, non-sports related games. I have not touched a sports related game in 2 months, besides things that I'll go into here in a minute. But I haven't touched a sports related game in a month. I was playing, I was finishing up Danganronpa. I started Persona 5. I'm about 78 hours into that. It's really fun. I'm enjoying that a lot. So just, playing other games, doing other things for myself. It's been a really good time, I think. It has, I think. No, I know. It's been a really good time for me. Just getting back into other things that I enjoy as well. So what led me back to talking to you guys today? As of recording, it's May 5th. So I don't know when I release this, but as of recording this, it's May 2nd. Not May 5th. May 2nd. Anyway, what led me back? Well, a combination of things, reflection within myself, looking at, did I at the time, and do I really want to do this? 2 months ago, when I was going through the mental breakdown and all that stuff, the answer was no. I didn't want to. I had no desire to create anything that kind of, I just really didn't want to do it. But as I took the time away, as I started talking with other friends, my editor being a big part of that, and other friends who are chasing dreams like I am and that kind of stuff. I decided that, you know what, the only way for me to really decide if I really want to do this or not was to try and make something. So I did, which I'll get into more of that here in a minute. And with me making what I made, and this video here too, made me go, yeah, you know, I want to do this. It's something I really want to do. It's a passion of mine, and I really want to do it. I want to try and make something of it. So the biggest thing for me, and the biggest thing for me was talking to a friend of mine who is in the process of training to become a wrestler. He's a wrestler at a local indie company where I am, and he basically said, you know, that he relates to what I was going through, because he had similar things with financials and time getting in the way of his dreams. But he said the biggest thing you can do is not to give up, continue to push, because that's what separates people like us. We continue to push because these are things we want to do, and we'll make it happen if we put in the work. If we do everything on our own time, do everything that suits us in our own way, then we will find our way. We'll find our people, and we'll find that path forward. So I've done that. I feel like I've gone through all that whole process. There are still things that I'm working on, obviously, but that does lead into what's next. So content will return, first of all. I don't have a time frame for that now, obviously, as I'm making the video, but when I do have something, I will put that out there for you guys. I'll let you know in the community tab, and you know, Twitter as well, put that out there as well for Twitter and that kind of stuff. Put that out there. That way you guys will know when I have a plan for that first video back. There may also be a new upload schedule or a change in the upload schedule. I haven't decided on that, but again, that was something that I kind of decide when I feel like I need to make a choice. If I don't, then if you don't hear anything about a change in the schedule, just assume that it'll be the same schedule as it was before, weekly on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll have to check. I'll put it in post, maybe. I don't know. Editing be wrong. Maybe we can note it somewhere. The other thing I mentioned that I made something earlier. So I do have new content coming. The plan is, after I finish up the Widows franchise on SMB3, we start new content on the channel. And that's going to be a WWE Universe mode. I've been really wanting to do that for a while now, so I'll be adding that to the rotational content that we do on a weekly basis. I also do want to really try and add streaming back into the rotation. I don't know how often, when I'll do it, how I want to do it, where I want to do it, that kind of stuff, because I would like to keep my Twitch streams and my YouTube content separate. That way it creates a funnel, ideally. So what I might do is I might stream exclusively sports stuff here on YouTube. That way I have sports content here on YouTube regardless of what it is. And then everything else will be on Twitch. Again, maybe even if it's a once a month sort of thing, then that's great. So with all that being said, you guys, I don't want this to be too long-winded thing. It's not an end of the world thing, obviously. It's a positive thing, you know. I'm back, and I feel like I'm in a good spot now, especially with my current situation. I feel like now I have more time to put into things that I want to put time into, and it's really been a blessing in disguise to be unemployed now. I got laid off. That's a whole other thing. I want to go into that. We'll leave that there. But blessing in disguise in a way, because I've had the time to really sit and evaluate things and decide that this is what I want to do. So I'm here. I'm back. Again, I'll keep you guys updated on the time frame for the next video and return to content, but I really wanted to make this to get all of this out there for you guys, because I want to be open and transparent as possible while still protecting myself in a way for, you know, obvious purposes. I wanted to put this out there and get this to you guys. This is important for me to do, and I felt like this was a good time for me to do it. So all that being said, you guys, thank you all for, you know, watching, listening. I appreciate you all as always. I look forward to getting back to making content for you guys. And until next time, you guys, you know what to do, B team. Keep on shining and keep on grinding. I will see you all in the next one.